Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here, co-founder of MDC Trading Academy, with this morning's pre-market forecast for Wednesday, July the 1st. Quickly to our news items for this morning. Pretty busy day today. 8:15 ADP non-farm employment change. This is going to be a really important number. Are we adding or are we continually subtracting? We're forecasting 2.8. We'll see what happens. We also have information at 10 a.m. on ISM manufacturing, and we have the FOMC minutes today at 2 p.m. So these are really important reports. Market a little mixed right now as it continues to churn. A lot of this information coming in reference to the COVID virus. Our daily chart. Now you can see we've been in this churning area here for quite some time, since the 12th of June, more or less. We had our big drop. Big recovery. So we established our top and our swing high and swing low of this particular set of days here. Pretty much all the activities happen between this this flag here, these two flags that we have here, more broader flag here. These are bullish flags. Expectations continuation up. I have a more minor one, but the market continues to churn between there. Volume is incredibly good for a June. 1.5 million. Our ATR is healthy at an 80, so we have a lot of volatility movement. The market is a bit choppy today, so you have to be very, very careful. What I mean by chop, I don't necessarily mean that it's not tradable. What I'm saying is it's causing deeper retracements, which means that if you're looking for particular price areas, you have to adjust to the deeper swings. And we're going to start looking at that just in a moment. But if we look at one of our other time frames here, you can see the market is really attempting to recover. We had talked about the support level here being a very key area. So that's where the market is being held there. That kind of correlates with our 200 estimate. That's kind of been the average of it. So that's where the market's being held. But here's the market roaring back. It broke out of this particular trend line here. Clearly broke off it. Came back, used it as support, launched from it, and now it's finding a little bit of head resistance here, a little headwind here in this particular price level. Market just keeps trying to move within these areas. First we have this area here, then we have this area here. Now we're attempting to continue and move higher into this level here. I think the news is going to shake up the market just a little bit shortly in reference to the ADP information, so on and so forth. Let's look at another time frame here so we can look more at what we're thinking about doing this morning. As you can see, whoops, I have the chart on the other screen. Let me just get it over here. Thank you so much for your patience. Here we go. We are between the intraday low of yesterday, intraday high, and we're clearly in a compression which clearly broke through. Now, where can the market go today? Well, here are two particular areas. I think the first few targets are going to be here, either the high, intraday high of yesterday, or the low. We have plenty of places to come retest on the way down here. We have plenty of places that we can retest at support on the way down there before we get down there. Now, market holds here. We're expecting the market to recover and bounce back. Now, in reference to longs, the only time we're expecting longs is obviously above this blue line. Once the market uses it as support, that's when we're expecting to move to the upside. But in the meantime, it's a little bit of a mixed market. Right now it's showing a little strength to the downside. So that's kind of like where we have to go. And this is what I was referring to before in reference to, it seems like it's choppy, but it's still a market that you can trade. Let me just show you our trade chart here. Where are we? Here we go. Right here, if you notice how the market seems to be overrunning these deeper retracements. And if you can see them here, look how it overruns. It runs, it overruns, and it continues. Overruns and continues. Overruns and continues. It seems to be doing quite a bit of that, a lot of overrunning and a lot of continuation. So you have to be careful with these kinds of pullbacks. This is kind of like a market that's a little mixed with deeper retracements. It makes it really tough to trade today. So be very, 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 very careful in markets like this. Remember, less is definitely more. Have a great session. See you soon.